Hi everyone, this is Ashwini Sharma from Geological Survey of India, posted at State Unit Karnataka and Goa, Bangalore. Today I'll discuss something, conversion of a raster into vector. Or in simple sense, I'll say that it's a auto digitization method. Basically, what we'll do, our work starts with topo sheets usually, like this. Let us suppose this is a topo sheet I'm having with me, and what usually we'll do, we'll try to digitize this topo sheet for various maps, to generate various maps like drainage map, land use, land cover map, water bodies, and some other features. So it's not about topo sheet only. This method I'm gonna tell you will work for all kind of rasters. So, but I'm taking an example of this topo sheet and try to describe it here. So for this, the first thing I'll do is, I won't take this topo sheet as a whole. I'll take a single band for this topo sheet. You can take any of the bands, whether 1, 2, 3, any of the bands you can take. So after taking this band, what I'll do is, I'll classify this topo sheet into two different classes. You see, there is the classified tool, and I'll go to classify it into two different classes. The foreground and the background. See, I have classified this whole thing into two different classes. Now, when I have to prepare a shapefile, or I have to digitize something within this topo sheet, I need a shapefile that I have already created in the name of test here. So what you will do, you will prepare a shapefile and drag it to the table of contents. Let me make this thing more visible, a bit wider. Then you have to go to customize, toolbars, and you have to check whether the ARC-GIS and the editor, these two tools should be enabled, because we'll be using these two tools for this process. Once you'll confirm this, you'll start editing. You'll start the editor. We'll continue with this. Go to create features. And you see, this is your ARC-GIS tool. Okay. And within this, these two tools are not highlighted. They are not enabled. Like we won't be able to use these two tools. But once I'll click this test, these tools gets highlighted. Right now I'm able to use this ARC-GIS tools. Whatever the tools or sub tools are within this ARC-GIS tool, I'll be able to use them. Now suppose I need to digitize something. Let me first take an example of this first order stream, or this stream. So I'll take this vectorization trace between points. What I'll do, I'll take a point here, the initial point, and then I'll give a final point, let us suppose here. What I have done, I have provided this information that this is my initial point and this is the final point I want to digitize, and the rest it has digitized of its own, and that too with a very high accuracy level. You can see it. Suppose I want some further to digitize it, go and digitize up to here or wherever you want, and I'll click here and see the whole thing was digitized by itself. So I'll stop it here, like I'll finish this sketch, and this is what I get. So this is how I have digitized a stream, that too in just 1 or 2 clicks. I have to give only initial and the final position that I want to digitize, initial and the final point. There is another tool called vectorization trace. this one. This is vectorization trace. It's an auto tool. We need not give an initial and the final destination for this. What we have to do, we have to only identify the path we need to follow, and the second important thing is we have to click on the feature. Let us consider this stream. So I have identified this stream. I'll click first, then I'll click somewhere wherever I want. I'll click, and it has digitized the whole stream up to this junction. Why it has stopped here? Because now we need to provide the information regarding the path. The tool is asking us, where should I go? Where shall I move to the left towards this first order stream, or I want to move along this second order stream. So let us suppose I'll ask him to move towards the first order stream. So I'll click here, and again it will stop here. Why it is stopped here? Because now there is again a junction. The tool is unable to understand the feature, whether I have to go straight or up and down. So again I need to define the path, and this is how we'll digitize using vectorization trace and trace between points. These two tools are very much helpful, although there is a tool for auto digitization within this ARC-scan, but that will digitize each and everything, and maybe we want only streams, so it will be very difficult for us or a hectic job to separate out. But using these two tools will be very much like sure that whatever the things we want to digitize will be only digitizing that one, and with a very much, like I can say, the accuracy is very high and very quickly I can digitize. So this is how, this is not only the lines you can digitize, you can go for polygons, you can digitize ponds or everything, whatever you want. Consider this pond or a water body. If you want to digitize this particular body, you just simply click here and then click here. Okay, vectorization trace. See what it has done. It has, now the thing is, many a times this tool will stop somewhere, because if some other pixel is attached to that particular feature or some other junction is there, it should stop, and it will ask us for the path. We need to define the path. See, just by clicking twice or thrice, it has digitized the whole thing. So again it has stopped here because this tool wants me to specify, to identify the feature, which feature I want to digitize and where should I provide the path to this tool to get auto digitized. See here, it has gone there. Now why it has stopped here? Because now the tool is asking whether you need to digitize this tree, whatever is there. It's a tree, I think. So it's asking me whether I need to take a round around this or you want me to go straight. So what should I do? I'll press S and I'll click here and take a straight path, and then I'll click again somewhere here and see, again it has taken this thing. So this way you can digitize this water body also. This is how these two tools are very much useful to digitize something, any of the features, whatever is there, whether it's a road or a stream or a water body or contours. The same thing will be applied, the same procedure we can apply for our maps, like we are having some DM maps or any kind of map we are having which is in a raster format. We'll classify that into two different classes, and then we'll simply identify the feature and use the tools accordingly, whether tracing between points or vectorization trace, and we'll be able to digitize the whole thing. You can see, if I'll remove this, these are the features that we have made. Let me drag the whole topo sheet, colored topo sheet I'm having. The one thing is that the topo sheet should be rectified. Earlier you have to do the rectification of the topo sheet. It should be in ready format. So see, it has already, whatever the features we have like digitized, it has created them, and the accuracy level is very high, and it is very efficient process. You can do this. I hope this will be very much helpful for you to do this vectorization or semi-auto digitization, or you can say it's a auto digitization kind of thing. Thank you so much.